Hey guys, Speedoz here, and today I bring you a new video about the Crackling Lance skill with the Inquisitor Ascendancy. The Crackling Lance was a skill that people were complaining about it in 3.12 in the last patch, and on this patch it got buffed. Also, we have a new rework on the Inquisitor Ascendancy regarding the Fanatism skill about the instruments of Zeal ascendancy point, which is very nice in my opinion. As you can see here, the regular Crackling Lance cast is like this, but once you attack every second you gain a Fanatism charge, and when you are at full charges you gain Fanatism, which makes our cast speed a godlike skill. It is very fun to play this one. Unfortunately, in my opinion, this character has a few issues. As you can see, you can only cast the Crackling Lance while you are stationary, and this is very bad in Path Exile because you always have to be in movement in order to avoid some damage. The enemies will be throwing things at you at all times, so it is very hard to stay alive while using this skill. This skill, it is a lot fun to play. I had tons of fun while leveling and also until tier 14 more or less. When I got to tier 14 using a Impulsus 5 link, and then I had a very need to upgrade it to a 6 link because I was lacking a damage sometimes. Also, in order to stay alive, we are using a few mechanics here. The first one is this large jewel socket. It is a natural affinity small cluster jewel, which adds nature patience. And this was a cluster jewel suggested by the chat, and this gives us 2% chance to deal double damage per grasping vine and 1% less damage taken per grasping vine. We can stack up to 10, which gives us 20% chance to do double damage, also 10% less damage taken. Along with this, we have Orb Storms in order to try to freeze the enemies, linked with Ice Bite, as you may see in a moment. Also, we have Frost Shield in order to try to stay alive as well and increase our defensive layer. This skill is very nice because we take 60% of our damage taken. It goes right into the Frost Shield's life, as you can see. When the enemy is out of the area, when the enemy is inside the area, we will receive 20%, but it will chill the enemy. So it is very cool to use. You will see also on this Sirus fight that we basically chills him every time and during all the fights. We also have Fortify in order to stay alive, so every now and then you have to Fortify and then keep casting this. You have to press the Orb of Storms, you have to press the Frost Shield, all in order to make our character stay alive for the longest period of time, because like I told you, it is very hard to stay still and then cast something, attack the enemies, and then try to stay alive. So overall speaking, I invested with a 5 link 3x. With the 6 link it went up to 9x. We added Cinder Swallow in order to increase our survivability, and also honestly it didn't work really as we expected. It didn't really increase our survivability by the amount that we expected, but it could increase the build costs until 11 or 12x. You don't really necessarily need this, but it is you can compare this skill, this build, to a meta build. If you do so, you lose the fun that this skill is supposed to have, because meta builds are very stronger compared to this one. Okay, but overall speaking, it is very fun to play. You also can see on the POB at the bottom left here the trees during your leveling. As you can see, we also have our skill sections where you can see all the skills that we are using. We are using also Orb of Storms with Culling Strike and Power Charge on crits, so it is very nice to help with the crits. You can also see our items here. All of them are cheap, around 9x without the Cinder Swallow and the Impulsa 6-link. Notes, we have plenty of information here, feel free to check them out. As you can see, we have Pantheon, Bandits, Ascendancy Order, Instruments of Zeal all the way to the left, Inevitable Judgment all the way to the right. We have some modifiers here regarding our equipment and also the gems that you can use during your leveling. Alright, so make sure to check this information right there. And I'd like to point out that you cannot compare this build to a meta build in my opinion, otherwise you won't have as much fun as I did, because Crackling Lance, it is a nice skill when it comes to visual effects, and also especially with the new Ascendancy regarding Inquisitor, where you cast a lot faster than you're supposed to. But yeah, that's it. So if I would have an alternative, I would go as agnostic and then invest a lot in our mana, which will probably increase our survivability by a lot. But if you want to go as a life character, you probably will need to find better ways to stay alive while being stationary. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Tudo certo, rapaziada. What's this? A Rio challenge.
You finally caught my attention.
Ele toma um tio legal, né, velho?
The others found strength in their projection. Led the snake to reliance. Not sincerely.
Na hora que você proca o fanatismo, ele toma um tio bem legal, mano. Na verdade ele já toma tio, mas o dano sobe muito no fanatismo. Vê se tanco die, vou tomar um die então. Vamos lá, vamos ver se tanco die. É, toma o hit inicial ali, peraí. Tanca, mano. Algo também pode ter sido blocado ali, né? Mas tinha o DG no chão também, por coincidência. O primeiro foi blocado, o segundo não.
Quero café!
Mas dá bastante chill e tanca bastante até, relativamente. Qual build recomenda pra acertar na liga? Ponto de exclamação starter, qualquer uma dessas. Mano, o tio dele deixa ele muito lento, velho. Cara, ele fica muito lento, o Sirus. Olha isso. Ele toma muito tio, velho.